It all began at the prestigious Hayfields Equestrian Center, a place where the scent of freshly cut hay mingled with the faint aroma of expensive leather. Our protagonist, let's call her Deborah, arrived in a cloud of perfectly coiffed blonde hair and designer sunglasses. She'd seen the glossy brochures, promising a transformative horseback riding experience. Deborah envisioned herself effortlessly gliding through fields, a vision fueled by countless Instagram posts featuring impossibly graceful riders. Little did she know, her reality was about to take a decidedly different turn. This wasn't about grace, this was about survival. This wasn't about elegance, this was about sheer, unadulterated chaos. The stage was set for a truly unforgettable spectacle. The instructor, a weathered woman named Maggie with eyes that had seen 1,000 horse-related mishaps, tried to explain the basics. Deborah, however, seemed more interested in critiquing the instructor's choice of riding boots than mastering the art of mounting a horse. She interrupted Maggie constantly, demanding to know if the saddle was made of genuine leather and complaining about the slight chill in the air. Maggie, a veteran of countless Quran encounters, maintained a professional composure, but her patience was visibly thinning with each passing second. The seeds of impending disaster were sown, not in the fertile fields of Hayfields, but in Deborah's unshakable belief in her own equestrian prowess. The horse assigned to Deborah, a gentle giant named Beau, seemed to sense the impending doom. He stood patiently, his large brown eyes expressing a mixture of resignation and quiet terror. Beau, it seemed, had a sixth sense for trouble, and Deborah, with her air of misplaced confidence, was radiating danger. This was not going to be a romantic fairytale ride. This was going to be a test of survival for both horse and rider. One could practically feel the tension in the air, thick as the summer humidity hanging over the paddock. The mounting process was an epic fail. Deborah, fueled by sheer will and a complete lack of equestrian knowledge, attempted to hoist herself onto Beau's back with all the grace of a walrus attempting ballet. She nearly took out a nearby flower pot with her handbag, and her carefully crafted ponytail threatened to unravel. Beau, ever patient, endured the indignity with remarkable calm, only occasionally shifting his weight in a subtle attempt to dislodge the struggling rider. The onlookers, initially amused, began to feel a strange mixture of pity and apprehension. Finally, Deborah was on. However, it wasn't the majestic pose she'd envisioned. She looked like a startled scarecrow clinging for dear life. Beau, sensing his precarious situation, remained perfectly still, not wanting to risk dislodging the human perched upon his back. The air crackled with a silent understanding between horse and rider, while a shared experience of utter terror. The next few minutes would test the limits of Beau's patience and Deborah's ability to remain upright. Then, disaster struck. A rogue butterfly fluttered past, and Beau, startled, took an abrupt turn. Deborah, unprepared for such a maneuver, let out a piercing shriek that echoed through the tranquil equestrian center. Her meticulously crafted updo came undone, and her sunglasses flew off, revealing eyes wide with panic. The carefully planned riding outfit was now a tattered mess. The inevitable happened. Deborah tumbled off Beau, landing in a heap of limbs, designer clothing, and a cloud of dust. Beau, relieved of his burdensome passenger, let out a sigh of relief that could almost be heard by the onlookers. For a moment, there was only silence, broken only by Deborah's labored breathing. The image of the graceful rider was gone, replaced by a rather comical scene of utter defeat. Maggie, the ever-professional instructor, rushed to Deborah's aid, offering a hand and a look that was a perfect blend of sympathy and amusement. Deborah, bruised and humiliated, mumbled something about demanding a refund and complaining to the manager. Maggie simply smiled, knowing this was just another day at the office. The lesson learned was loud and clear. Some things are best left to the professionals. Deborah, defeated but remarkably unscathed, stormed off, vowing never to return. Beau, meanwhile, continued his day, grazing peacefully, his ordeal seemingly over. The afternoon sun cast a golden glow over the idyllic scene, leaving behind a story that would be recounted for years to come. A reminder that sometimes, the best laid plans, especially those involving horses and Karens, can go spectacularly awry. And so, the tale of Deborah, the Karen who tried to ride a horse, serves as a cautionary tale, a hilarious reminder that some dreams are best left unwritten, and that sometimes, The most satisfying victories are the ones we avoid. The only lasting damage was to the slightly bent flower and Deborah's pride. The legend of the hayfields horseback horror lived on.